Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President Donald Trump addressed Namaste Trump event at Ahmedabad. President Trump and US First Lady Melania Trump also visit Sabarmati Ashram. Trumps and PM Modi hold a 22 kilometers long roadshow to Motera Stadium. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India and the United States share values and ideals, a spirit of enterprise and innovations, opportunities and challenges, hopes and aspirations. Addressing the Namaste Trump event at Motera Stadium, Prime Minister says this visit of President Trump will add a new chapter in bilateral relations between the two countries. US President Donald Trump hails Prime Minister Narendra Modi as a living proof that with hard work and devotion, Indians can accomplish anything at all, anything they want, says Unity's India's inspires the world and is India's people of all religion can pray side by side and without any difference. Over 8 crore farmers benefit from Pradhanmantri Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana that completes 1 year. Prime Minister Kisan mobile app launched to further promote the Yojana. And in international news, death toll in China from COVID-19 nears 2,600 mark. Infection cases in South Korea surged past 800 with 8 deaths, while in Italy, 5 deaths reported. Indian citizens advised against non-essential travel to Singapore. Union Minister Dr. Harshvardhan holds review meeting. And also India defeat Bangladesh by 18 runs in a Group A match of the ICC Women's T20 World Cup in Perth. Spinner Poonam Yadav claims 3 wickets. Shefali Verma named as the player of the match. India are now in win away from securing a berth in the semi-finals. Namaskar, you're watching the Doordarshan News and now top stories of the day. I'm Kiranja with all the updates. New history created in Motera Stadium, Ahmedabad. The bonhomie between the President Donald Trump and Prime Minister Modi was evident that it signified new chemistry in Indo-US ties.
It is your faith in the strength of a free society, your confidence in your own people, your trust in your own citizens, and your respect for the dignity of every person that makes the United States and India such a natural, beautiful, enduring friendship.
India-USA relations are no longer just another partnership. It is a far greater and closer relationship.
When heads of the world's biggest democracies met and shared the stage, the entire world was spellbound. The bonhomie was clearly visible. President Trump and Prime Minister Modi started a new chapter of friendship between India and the US at the Motera Stadium. The leaders called each other natural and permanent friends. Trump, in his half-an-hour-long speech, touched almost on all issues concerning both the countries. Trump said that both India and America are committed to defending their people from the menace of radical Islamic terror.
The United States and India are also firmly united in our ironclad resolve to defend our citizens from the threat of radical Islamic terrorism. Both of our countries have been hurt by the pain and turmoil of terrorism and that terrorism brings.
In the presence of his wife Melania, daughter Ivanka, son-in-law Jared Kushner, Trump said that America likes India and will be a friend forever. While mentioning about Indian-American incredible economic relations, Trump said that both countries are working on a great trade agreement.
India has an important leadership role to play in shaping a better future as you take on greater responsibility for solving problems and promoting peace throughout this incredible region. Over the course of my visit, Prime Minister Modi and I will also discuss our efforts to expand the economic ties between our two countries, we will be making very, very major, among the biggest ever made, trade deals. I am optimistic that working together, the Prime Minister and I can reach a fantastic deal that's good and even great for both of our countries.
Welcoming Trump, Prime Minister Modi was in the role of a great host as he said history has been created in Motera Stadium. The PM termed Trump's visit as a new chapter in India-America relations and said that this will be a new document in the progress and prosperity of the people of both the countries.
There is so much that we share, shared values and ideals, shared spirit of enterprise and innovation, shared opportunities and challenges, shared hopes and aspirations. मुझे खुशी है.
The PM mentioned about the foundation of strong relations between India and America and said that unity and diversity are the basis of strong relations.
एक को स्टैच्यू ऑफ लिबर्टी पर गर्व है तो दूसरे को दुनिया की सबसे ऊंची प्रतिमा सरदार पटेल की स्टैच्यू ऑफ यूनिटी का गौरव है. There is so much that we share, shared values and ideals, shared spirit of enterprise and innovation, shared opportunities and challenges, shared hopes and aspirations.
Prime Minister Modi not only praised President Trump's reign but also lauded the role of First Lady Melania Trump. The PM remembered the meeting he had with Trump's daughter Ivanka 2 years back as well as her work. The PM also said that Ivanka's husband is doing good work without coming into limelight. Prime Minister Modi also mentioned the work of his own government and said that today 130 crore Indians are together working towards building New India.
अमेरिका की तरह ही आज भारत में भी परिवर्तन के लिए अभूतपूर्व अधीरता है. आज 130 करोड़ भारतवासी मिलकर न्यू इंडिया का निर्माण कर रहे हैं. हमारी युवा शक्ति एस्पिरेशन से भरी पड़ी हुई है. आज भारत में दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा स्टेडियम ही नहीं है, आज भारत दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी हेल्थ एश्योरेंस स्कीम भी चला रहा है.
The PM said that new alliances, new competition, new challenges, new opportunities are laying the foundation of change in the 21st century. And in the coming time, our economic basis will improve and digital cooperation will be comprehensive. It's quite evident that both leaders praised each other's work and declared a new momentum and sweetness in the relations. It's clear that in the coming days, India and America will chart the direction of the world for the 21st century. With Arun Sharma, O.P. Das and Neeraj Singh, Newsnight Desk, DD India.
Namaste to all Indians has just won the heart of every Indians. And now coming to the Donald Trump's address. Donald Trump has addressed to all Indians in the Ahmedabad. The Sachin Tendulkar, Virat Kohli found a mention in Trump's speech. Donald Trump praised all Indians and the Prime Minister Modi.
After Prime Minister Narendra Modi's welcoming remarks, US President Donald Trump addressed a large gathering at the Namaste Trump event at the Motera Stadium in Ahmedabad. The event saw leaders of two biggest democracies sharing the stage once again. Donald Trump touched almost all aspects of India.
Namaste.
And just then came a thunderous round of applause as this very word won hearts of all Indians.
Namaste.
The US President praised India and its unity in diversity. He even drew similarities between the nations.
Your nation has always been admired around the earth as the place where millions upon millions of Hindus and Muslims and Sikhs and Jains Buddhists, Christians, and Jews worship side by side in harmony. Where you speak more than 100 languages and come from more than 24 states, yet you have always stood strong as one great Indian nation.
Donald Trump also praised the cultural diversity in several Indian icons.
While our nations have many differences, they are both defined and propelled by a fundamental truth, the truth that all of us are blessed with divine light and every person is endowed with a sacred soul.
From history to cricket to Bollywood, Donald Trump touched on almost all aspects. Even sporting icons were not missed.
Indians and Americans are always striving to be greater. Our people are always seeking to be better. And so our nations have become thriving centers of culture and commerce and civilization, giving light and vitality to all of the world. This is the country that produces nearly 2,000 movies a year from the hub of genius and creativity known as Bollywood.
When the US President landed in Ahmedabad on Monday for his first visit to India, he received a grand welcome by Prime Minister Modi and thousands of people who lined up on the streets and packed into the Motera Stadium to say Namaste Trump. Prior to this, he held a roadshow. There were tableaus, folk dancers and musicians rolling out the cultural tapestry that is India at the airport, on the way, and at the spanking new cricket stadium where about 1.25 lakh people waited patiently since early in the morning to hear the two leaders speak.
Namaste Trump was an unprecedented welcome to US President Donald Trump, and also celebration of the relationship, the close ties between India and United States. The two leaders once again committed themselves to fighting terrorism together and also hailing the shared values of peace, democracy and development. With Team DD India, Shubhendu Ghosh in Ahmedabad.
President Donald Trump's visit is brief but intense, with all essential elements of a state visit, with the day one coming to an end on a high note. All eyes on day two, when President Donald Trump will hold official meeting with Prime Minister Modi.
The fifth meeting in 8 months, the leader of the world's largest democracy hosting the leader of the world's oldest democracy. While day one of President Trump's first visit to India was high on optics, color, hospitality and exuberant people-to-people connect, day two is all about hard talk.
The day will begin here at Rashtrapati Bhavan, where President Trump will be accorded a ceremonial welcome and guard of honor in keeping with tradition. But all eyes will be on Hyderabad House, where restricted and delegation level talks will be held between Prime Minister Modi and President Trump.
It was President Donald Trump's administration that saw India's relationship with the US has evolved to one of the most consequential relationships today, a strategic partnership based on shared values geared towards the 21st century, whether in countering terrorism or in ensuring a peaceful and prosperous Indo-Pacific. India and the US have unprecedented convergence of interests. Talking of specifics, India has procured over $8 billion worth of defense items from the US, which has enhanced defense preparedness significantly, as have frequent bilateral exercises with each other.
As we continue to build our defense cooperation, the United States looks forward to providing India with some of the best and most feared military equipment on the planet. But this includes advanced air defense systems and armed and unarmed aerial vehicles. And I am pleased to announce representatives will sign deals to sell over $3 billion in the absolute finest state-of-the-art military helicopters and other equipment to the Indian Armed Forces.
On the trade front, the conversation will be taken forward, with India explaining the rationale behind its wish list and America putting across its own point.
There's going to be discussions on 5G, on the Quad. I think there's actually a lot of meaningful areas where the US and India are coming into closer strategic convergence that You can begin to move the ball forward on these questions when you have the president and cabinet level secretaries and ministers sitting down and hashing these out.
There is a strategic partnership which is very much in place. There is a relationship which has been growing, and India is a reliable partner both in security terms, strategic terms, and in long-term economic terms, although there's a lot of controversy about a trade deal happening or not happening, but the long-term economic potential of India is not in doubt.
The US is India's largest trading partner in goods and services combined, and the overall bilateral trade increased by over 10% per annum over the past 2 years to reach $142 billion in 2018. It is expected to cross $150 billion for the first time this year. United States is India's 6th largest source of crude oil imports, with hydrocarbon imports rising to $7 billion in the last 2 years.
The United States and India are also working closely together on the future of space exploration. You are making impressive strides with your exciting Chandrayaan lunar program. It is moving along rapidly, far ahead of schedule, and America looks forward to expanding our space cooperation with India. It is truly extraordinary, and what they have done under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi, it is absolutely incredible. Mr. Prime Minister, congratulations.
Cooperation in sectors as varied as space, health, science and technology will also move to the next level.
Global and regional issues like situation in Afghanistan will also come up for discussion. Needless to say, this visit will be high, not just on symbolism but on substance also. Sudhakar Das, DD News, Delhi.
So we just saw how the President of the USA has appreciated Prime Minister of Modi and his work, and also he said that Prime Minister Modi is the pride of all Indians. And he also said in his statement that India hopes for the world, and also the humorism, the most exceptional word he used, that India exists in humorism, and it gives a lot of message to the world. Now moving to the next story, Union Minister of State for Home Kishan Reddy has strongly condemned the incident in which a head constable died in a stone pelting in Delhi. Speaking to media in Hyderabad, the minister said it is highly condemnable as the incident were instigated to defame India, especially when the US president is on an official visit. He said an inquiry has been ordered into the incident and also warned the perpetrators that stringent action will be taken to contain violence.
आज इस आंदोलन में पुलिस के ऊपर पत्थरबाजी करने के कारण एक पुलिस ऑफिसर हेड कांस्टेबल का भी शहीद हो गया। मैं कांग्रेस पार्टी से पूछना चाहता हूं, कुछ राजनीतिक दलों से पूछना चाहता हूं, जो हेड कांस्टेबल का जिम्मेदारी कौन लेते हैं? हमारा सरकार दिल्ली पुलिस को आदेश दिया है, जो भी कांस्टेबल के हत्या करने में जिम्मेदार है, जो प्रॉपर्टी जलाने के लिए जिम्मेदार है, जो पत्थरबाजी करने का जिम्मेदार है, उनको पर पूरा कार्रवाई होगा।
The Supreme Court appointed interlocutors on Monday handed over a report of their 4-day endeavor to coax the Shaheen Bagh protesters to shed their agitation against the Citizenship Act and to an alternative side, conveniently out of the way, and traffic and the police involvement and the movement too. A bench of the Justice Sanjay Kishan Kaul and the KM Joseph took the yellow enveloped reports and preferred by the interlocutors, senior advocates Sanjay Hegde and the Sadhana Ramachandran in the courtroom. On the first anniversary of the launch of the government's ambitious Prime Minister Kisan Samman Nidhi scheme, Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar on Monday launched a mobile app to broaden the reach of the program, but aims to provide the annually Rs 6,000 to each eligible farmer. The Pradhanmantri Kisan Samman Nidhi scheme was launched on February 24, 2019 in Uttar Pradesh, and all states are implementing the schemes except for West Bengal. So far, 9.74 crore farmers are registered under the scheme against the target of 14 crore farmers. of which the payment has been made to 8.45 crore farmers so far, after the data has been verified by the state governments as per the official data. Launching the mobile app, the minister said that this has been developed to broaden the reach of the scheme, which is playing an important role in the achieving the target of doubling farmers' income by 2022. Number of coronavirus deaths in China nears 2,600. Italy has recorded 5th coronavirus death as it becomes the worst hit country in Europe. Dow plunges by more than 900 points on fears of coronavirus infection. Cases in South Korea surged past 800 with 8 deaths, and Indian citizens have been advised against non-essential travel to Singapore in the latest advisory. Dr. Harshvardhan, Union Minister of Health and Family Welfare, undertook a review of the ongoing novel coronavirus management that across the country with the senior officials of the ministry in New Delhi on Monday. Dr. Harshvardhan was informed that all present, the screening of the passengers is being done in all 21 airports, 12 major and 65 non-major seaports and border crossings. In all 4,214 flights and 4,48,449 passengers have been screened so far. Now moving to international story, the Malaysia's 94-year-old Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad has resigned amid a day of political drama during which he was accused of betraying a promise to hand over power to the country's would-be leader Anwar Ibrahim. The Malaysia Prime Minister's office said on Monday that Mahathir had sent a resignation letter to the king. It is unclear if the development will prompt elections in the country. India continued their winning momentum in the ICC Women's T20 World Cup by defeating Bangladesh in the second group fixture played at Perth. An Indian women's team defeated their Bangladeshi opponents by 18 runs to register their second successive win at the tournament. Invited to bat, India posted a competitive 142 for 6 and then returned to restrict Bangladesh to 124 for 8 to notch up their second successive win in the showpiece event. Spinner Poonam Yadav shone with the ball once again as she picked up a 3-wicket haul. Shefali Verma was the star with the bat, with whose quick-fire 39 of 17 balls set the foundation for India. And with 2 wins on the trot, India are now win away from securing a berth in the semi-finals. India will play their next group match against New Zealand on February 27th. It is the folk and the diverse element of Assam that has enriched the literature of the state, and it has a long legacy since the time unknown. It is still being maintained by the present-day laureates. Let's have a look on this report.
Assamese language and literature has its own flavor, with diverse ethnic culture and social ethos which makes it rich. About 18 different communities with different culture, language and dialects live in Assam, enriching its repository of language and literature. Being the lingua franca between communities since time immemorial, the Assamese language and literature gets its new height. Great Assamese saint, come social reformer of the state, Srimanta Shankardev, an Islamic preacher from Assam, Azan Fakir, with their vivid creations, started enriching Assamese literature since the 15th and 16th centuries.
तो शंकरदेव और अजान फकीर ने इसको उठा लिया। ये उठा के वो लोग ने इसका व्यापक प्रसार कर दिया, जो मास एक प्रसार कर दिया। उसका बाद जो वो लोग ने लोकोगीत, बरगीत, कीर्तन घोषा नाम के जो बुक है, फेमस बुक है असम का, so ये सब लिटरेचर ये लोग ने लिखा।
Maintaining the legacy of these masters of past literature, the present writers and authors of the state have taken the Assamese language into its highest level with their unique creations. There are uncounted names who represent Assam, who have brought various laurels to the state and made the people of Assam proud. It is now widely believed that an initiative to popularize the folk literature of the state in other parts of the country would create something that would astound the world. Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat Desk, DD News.
And that was all in this edition. But keep watching Doordarshan News for other news and latest update. Till then, namaskar.